Well, Johnny Depp. You know him, you love him. He is the only person who really draws in anyone to the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. If it wasn't for him, I mean, there was that whole Margot Robbie one that was supposed to happen, but that fell through because no one gives a crap about Pirates of the Caribbean unless it has Jack Sparrow in it. And Johnny Depp is Jack Sparrow. If you try to replace him with anyone else, it's not going to end well for anyone. But this is a rumor, I guess. Is Johnny Depp really considering a return to Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean franchise? I certainly hope not. After they just wrung him through with the whole him and Amber Heard thing, accusing this man and believing everything she said without even a lick of evidence, because that's how it is now. It's not innocent until proven guilty. It's no, you're automatically guilty, and even after you're proven not to be guilty, we're still going to spit on you and treat you like crap. So I hope this man doesn't do another one. Quite frankly, they just get progressively worse and worse each time anyway. The last one kind of left one open for like a Davy Jones return. There was like the after credit scene where Will and Elizabeth are sleeping, and you see like this figure, obviously Davy Jones, and Will wakes up thinking it was a dream, but then there's like a barnacle or whatever on the ground, showing that, oh no, it wasn't a dream. Davy Jones somehow was in their room. Well, because all the sea curses were broken after the trident of Poseidon or whatever was broken. All the curses were broken. So, but then again, Davy Jones should be dead. I mean, he died. Like, they stabbed his heart. So he should be. I don't know how they bring him back. I get the whole he's not going to be a squid man anymore, apparently, but how do they make him come alive? Well, probably some priestess voodoo or some crap. It's like, well, when you don't have the curses of the sea to rely on, you got voodoo princesses to rely on. But yeah, each one gets worse. The last one was, I mean, I think I remember seeing in like IMAX or something, and I mean, it was great to see Barbosa. He's one of my favorite Pirates of the Caribbean characters. It's good that they gave him like a somewhat of a main role, but eh. Um, but I really hope he doesn't return. The recent buzz about Johnny Depp possibly returning to Pirates of the Caribbean franchise as Captain Jack Sparrow has set the internet aflame with speculation. Yet, despite the flurry of headlines, there's a compelling argument to be made that this isn't really news at all. Let's break it down. Um, According to Variety, the House of Mouse is eyeing none other than the Johnny Depp for one more swaying stroll in Captain Jack Sparrow's boots. Oh boy, I would love nothing more than to see Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow, because he makes me a lot of money. But for the normal people, again, I don't want to see him as Jack Sparrow again. I love Johnny Depp. I love Jack Sparrow. But the way they treated this guy, he should just be like, fuck you. You just say fuck you. You want to continue on the thing without him? Go ahead. It's not going to be Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, Jack Sparrow is Pirates of the Caribbean. I mean, it's so crazy how one character embodies the entire franchise, and without him, you don't have a franchise. That's the whole reason the Margot Robbie one fell through, is because without Jack Sparrow, you don't have Pirates of the Caribbean. Depp is far from a lock at the moment, though Disney dropped the actor like a hot potato in 2018 in the wake of Amber Heard's domestic allegations. However, the ensuing defamation trial ended in Depp's victory in 2022, which have made him more presentable in Disney's eyes, though not necessarily vice versa. Johnny Depp never forgets. First and foremost, it's crucial to understand how movie industry operates, particularly with long-running franchises. Yeah, the first one came out when, like 2004 or something. I was close, 2003. So yeah, it's been going a long time. It's been a long day. Without Pirates of the Caribbean. Studios often juggle multiple versions of script during the development phase, especially for high stakes tentpole properties like Pirates of the Caribbean. Producer Jerry Bruckheimer's involvement in supervising two different scripts in the next pirate film, one which has a role for Captain Jack Sparrow, is par for the course in Hollywood. Why have multiple scripts or multiple script options? Because some work better. You know, there's multiple scripts, revisions, and it all culminates into the final product that we see. Sometimes they go as far as filming, but then they're like, oh no, I don't like that. That it gives away too much, or it doesn't give away enough, or so you'll have entire cut portions, and some of them, not never meant to actually be seen, but they make their way online. You'll see that the story was actually very different back then compared to what we have now, and that's what the part of being a writer. You read the script the first time that you write, and you're like, no, I don't. I like the idea of the skeleton pirates, but we just kind of have them. I really want a reason to, drive this movie. So maybe we give them a reason for being that way. Maybe like a curse, like there's like a ocean curse or something. But yeah, but what would it be? I don't know. Maybe it's like maybe the ship is cursing them. No, 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 no. I mean, the ship can be part of it. The ship can be part of the curse. Like, they're on the ship and it's like cursed because they're on it. Like, well, they're pirates. So how about treasure? Maybe it's cursed treasure. Maybe it was cursed by someone. So there's a whole process that you need to go through, and um, it's not easy. But yet, keep doing it. Like I said, they get worse and worse. The first movie was great. The second movie was like, oh my god, the CGI for Davy Jones. Go back and look at it. That was early 2000s. Then compare it to the CGI now. You're like, what the hell happened? What the hell happened? How do you go from realistic looking CGI in the early 2000s to like Rachel Zegler Snow White with the dwarves and how bad they look? Like, how does it look better in the early 2000s? Um, the rumor about Depp's potential involvement stemmed from a report by Variety, which emphasized the nothing has been ruled out, while the leaves are still ajar. A jar. You know what he's got a jar of? Dirt. It's hardly confirmation. Let's not forget that Disney distanced itself. Yeah, Amber Heard's domestic allegations. Even though Depp's 2022 legal victory in his defamation trial against Heard may have shifted public opinion, there's been no official. Yeah, I don't really remember Disney coming out and saying, "Hey, Johnny, you know what? We're sorry. We're sorry the way we treated you, man." Public appearance, and we believe all women. That's what we've been saying. We've been told believe all women, and sorry, man. Well, but we're writing a script just for you. For we know you love Jack, and it's going to be Jack's one of final adventure to wrap up this franchise, at least with Jack, so he can kind of retire, and we can bring someone else to the forefront as a new new lead. But yeah, we're sorry. But I haven't heard anything. Nothing from Disney. Um, from Disney to suggest they are actively pursuing him for the role. And Depp hasn't exactly been warm to Disney either. Public sentiment seems to be with the Captain Jack actor. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, the way they rung this guy through, he doesn't need to give them a minute of his time anymore. You know, this dude has been playing the role of Jack Sparrow since 2003, faithfully, uh, dressing up as Jack, going to hospitals, cheering kids up. He has really gotten into the role and brought so much joy with this character. And, you know, some allegations happen, and without even no evidence, no nothing, they're just like, sorry, Johnny, we gotta. And then when it's proven that, oh, gee, he really didn't do anything, they still don't even do anything about it. It's just like, do we apologize? Uh, Maybe if we don't, he'll just forget. But what if we want him in the movie? It's Jack Sparrow. You really think he's gonna turn it down? If we don't apologize, he will. No, Jack Sparrow's his life. I mean, he has the Jack Sparrow tattoo on his arm. Yeah, but we never apologize for, terrible things. And like, did they think not apologizing would be a good idea? It's worth noting, however, how often the entertainment industry conflates speculation with substantive developments. The idea that Johnny could return as Captain Jack Sparrow makes for a tantalizing headline, but it doesn't reflect concrete news. Both Disney and Depp remain non-committal, which again, and the existence of Sparrow-inclusive script merely signals that the character hasn't been completely written off, not that plans are in motion. I mean, they would have to hurry up. Johnny's not getting any younger. He's not getting any younger. So if you want him back, and especially in a prominent role in or the kind of the Jack that we all know and love, the very running around like a goof, you better do it now, because he's gonna be like Harrison Ford and Bruce Willis and all these other guys who were action heroes when they were younger. They're they can't do it anymore. They really can't do it anymore. So you might want to get Johnny on board, which I hope he doesn't, uh, while he's still able to do it. Um, Also, Bruce Willis, I just bring up. Have you seen him? That is such a great guy, and freaking Alzheimer's or dementia is what he's got. It is. I was like, oh my god. I saw a video of it on Twitter of him and his family. It was celebrating his birthday. I'm like, oh my god. My fucking heart. To see this great man suffering like that. I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. But he looked happy, you know? And after, a long career like Bruce Willis has had, he deserves the rest. He doesn't need to work for the rest of his life. So, but he looked happy, and I was like, he's got family around him. He's looking happy, so, but I was like, "Oh god, my heart. This is a man I grew up watching, and to see what this terrible thing is doing, it's like Michael J. Fox with Parkinson's. I was like, it couldn't happen to a nicer guy, and it just shows that, it doesn't matter how rich you are, how powerful, disease, stuff like that. It doesn't care. It doesn't care who you are, how rich you are. I don't understand why Robin Williams offed himself. What did he have to be depressed about? Um, Hi, Mr. Gibbs. This type of news illustrates how Hollywood iterative development process, special with many drafts, pitches, and potential casting scenarios, often gets mistaken for actionable progress. Until there's an official announcement from Disney or a clear statement from Depp, the rumors amount to little more than industry chatter. I chatter, chatter. I Curse of the Black Pearl. Such a good movie. I love that movie so much. Ultimately, the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise is at a crossroads. After years of diminishing critical and commercial returns, Disney is undoubtedly strategizing how to best revitalize the series. Whether it involves Johnny Depp's remains to be seen. What's certain is that no decision has been made, and speculation surrounding Depp's potential return says more about the media's appetite for drama than it says about the future of pirates. In the end, this isn't a story about concrete plans. It's a story about possibilities. While it's fun to imagine Captain Jack Sparrow swaggering across the screen once more, fans and commentators alike should temper their excitement until there's something real to celebrate. Yeah, but look how long they were talking about oh, Beetlejuice 2 is gonna have they started talking about that shit like what, 10 years ago. And it actually happened. So, I can see it happening. I can see a Pirates of the Caribbean movie happening in one way or another, but again, I hope it's not with Johnny. After what, the way they treated him, and the fact that they've seemed to yet to apologize for it, it's like he shouldn't give them any time or anything like that. Um, Stay out of it, Johnny. They need you way more than you need them. Uh-huh. I mean, it's true. Johnny doesn't need the role. I mean, I know he loves it. I mean, he loves the role of Jack. And I remember basically him saying that as long as they keep making it, he'll have no problem returning as Jack. But after the whole thing with him and Amber Heard and the way Disney treated him, like, oh well, we don't have any real evidence, so we're just gonna cut him off and not associate with him anymore. And then he wins the case, and they're still silent. No apology, no public apology, no Johnny coming out and saying, "Oh yeah, I was called by the head of Disney or whoever, Disney representative, and they apologized." No, nothing, nothing. So fuck Disney. They don't need him. They don't, or rather, he doesn't need them. So they can continue their little Pirates of the Caribbean franchise without him. Have fun. Trying to find someone who can be nearly as iconic as Johnny Depp. Uh, you know, I'm sure. Why don't you get a Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley to do it? I'm sure they're on board. After all, you just kind of brought him back in the last movie for like what, a scene or two. Maybe they can carry it because they're such interesting characters. But yeah. What do you guys think? Would you? I mean, I think we would all like to see Johnny Depp as Jack again. But again, he's getting older. He's not going to be able to do it forever. And the fact that Disney hasn't openly apologized yet. So for me, I would love to see it, but I hope it doesn't happen. I mean, we still have the first movie and the second movie and the third and the fourth and the fifth and all the way up to the 15th. Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Um, but I don't hope I really hope it doesn't happen. So I hope they just leave the franchise buried at sea. Just buried at sea. Give it the respect it deserves and just let it rest. Let it rest. Just give it that, just right there. We're just watching it as it just slowly sinks into the water. We're just giving it a proper burial at sea, respecting its wishes and remembering it for the great franchise that it was. But that's just me. What do you guys think, though? Let me know below. Anyway, that's going to do for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.